This is Kyle Martin Paintings. Well, good morning. We just pulled up to Junior Gurgle's farm. Junior is somebody who grows a lot of vegetables, and Corbin and I and Violet eat a lot of his vegetables at the farm. We just bought some things from him at the farmer's market on Saturday, and I got to talk with him a little bit on that day, and I told him that I noticed that there was a beautiful field of golden soybeans just to the east of his house, and I asked him if it would be all right if I came out and did a painting on his property while the soybeans are golden. So that's what we're doing this morning. Boy, I'm walking through some thigh-high weeds at this moment. I guess I should repark my car and move a little closer. Ooh, I might even have a chance to stand in a little bit of shade this morning. At the farmer's market on Saturday, there was a lot going on, and there was a person there who was actually filming. This is kind of nice right here. I have that field of golden soybeans, and then beyond it there's those blue hills. I'm just gonna take a photograph of this so I can remember what it looks like from this vantage point. And then let's move up a little bit closer. I think after I choose my vantage point, I'll go back and move my car because I'm not gonna walk. I don't know why I thought I was gonna stand way back there. I guess I didn't really think. It's how it is when you paint. You have to get out and see some stuff before you can make a decision. Wow, I'm really getting into a sweet area right here where I can see Junior's house, and I can see that field of soybeans just beyond. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time figuring out what I'm doing here. I'm gonna move my car and then we'll get into the painting. Well, I've got my location picked out. I'm in a good place, and I took just a bit of time to sketch the drawing out, and I assigned some values to the different masses in my sketch. I looked at the scene using these red lens glasses, which made everything viewable just in terms of contrast. It took away the color information. And now, before I get started, I'm gonna mix my colors before I do anything on the canvas. The reason for that is that this is morning light. The haze is gonna burn off and things are gonna get less interesting the longer that I'm out here. So I'm gonna get those colors mixed while they're still very interesting. This is the color of the soybeans, and when I look out over the field, there's actually some very deep red undertones. So today I'll paint it that color, those deep reds, and then tomorrow I can build up the yellows and the golds. This is my Baraboo Bluff Blue. It's my patented color, and I'll tell you how I mix it. And the way that I mix my Baraboo Bluff Blue is that I decide on a specific value. In this case, the bluffs I'm way off in the distance. I'm going to represent as a 60% value. I then mix phthalo green with diox violet, so phthalo green and purple or violet, and I take it to the right value with white, and it's a 60% value. You can mix a blue as a primary color. You can mix a lower intensity primary color by mixing the two secondary colors that are next to it. The colors next to blue are green and violet. I mixed those two together and I made a lower intensity blue, but it's a different blue. It's a blue that is only achievable by mixing. Let's get started on the canvas. Okay, here I've got my, this is kind of a no-tan at this point. By no-tan, I mean just the division of dark and light. As I start to paint this thing, my perceptions on it just keep getting more sensitive and more sensitive. And I'm reacting to, there's a lot of layering as the trees go back into the bluffs. You might not be able to tell it right now, but there's a big tree here in the foreground. And we have kind of some mid-ground trees going back into that very beautiful background bluff shape. And the reason that I use blue in this instance to underpaint is that I'm about to explore this thing in terms of these beautiful gold colors, and that blue is just going to contrast against it so nicely. Well, Junior drove me down here and I get to take a look at all these rocks along the river. This is really kind of cool to see all of this stuff. I didn't expect to come down here this morning and see all of these things. He's a nice guy. He's telling me a lot of stories. I talk about those, but we're just enjoying the scene that's down here by the river. Well, we're back on the scene of the painting, but it's a little bit earlier today. I left the house at around 7 o'clock this morning, and I don't think I got set up yesterday until about 9 o'clock. The reason is, look at that beautiful haze that's happening in the valley back there. If I cover up the sun, you can see that that backlit bluff, it's just screaming with color.
And I have 2 paintings to work on today. This is, of course, the first one that I worked on yesterday. But I also have this little 8x10 that I started after I was working on that one. And I'm gonna just finish this painting off. Hopefully it'll take about an hour. The reason that I want to do this one is I just want to capture this joyful expression of light while it's happening. Then I'll get back into the 12x16 and I'll finish that one off. I'm early, so I'll finish off the little one, and then it'll be around the same time that I was working on that 12x16, and I'll finish that one off. The sumac is turning orange. I've got a bunch of crazy people barreling down the road right next to me, but I'm in my own little Zen space, and my Zen space just means that I have my easel set up. So let's get started. So right now it's 9:30, and yesterday when I was getting started, I probably only started painting at about 9:30. I do love these kind of scenes where you're looking over a valley and you have some sort of a...
Catch my breath, I'm gonna win myself to death.